What is up, everyone? I wanted to go ahead and just start this off by just saying, all right. So, when I was a kid growing up, I used to watch it on TV. Computer hackers and criminals and things like that. It was like fictional shows, and like they would leave like little breadcrumbs. It would be like like it was like tap into that computer, and if you tap into the computer, it would be like a picture of a door, and the person that it just happened to be looking for happened to have gone through that door, took a picture, sent the picture through the computer or whatever. It would be like little bits and pieces like that. It was to me it was like the coolest way to be mysterious I've ever seen. It was like this person is they want you to find them, but they're trying to make it into some kind of game or something. And I guess that stuck with me a lot more than it should have, because I went to Anime Weekend in Atlanta, and normally like I go to conventions to basically sort of go to the panels and see everything that I could see. There was actually one panel in particular. It was how black are your favorite anime characters, and basically it went exactly how you would expect it to go. It was a group of black people, they would say a random character's name, and the debates would be thunderous, multiple, and just it was a sight to see. Like at some point, it was like you could like just sort of hear the chattering, but it wasn't a chattering as much. It was like it was the funniest thing I've ever seen. It was just like, and then at some point it would get quiet, and then a representative from each group, I assume, will go up and plead and just sort of plead their case. And it was just like, in my opinion, looking at that made me realize, bro, Congress needs to be nothing but like young people and people of color. It can't be elderly people anymore, because elderly people. I mean, no, not to be against elderly people, but it's just like I feel like a lot more would get done if it was like a much more reactive group of folks. And I mean, as bad as it might be to be reactive, I feel like that's kind of is necessary at this point, because sometimes doing something is better than doing nothing. Because even if you do something wrong, you could change the something. You could change that something wrong into something right, in comparison to doing nothing, and it's just, well, nothing works. So no, but it was just like that panel in particular really stuck out to me. And I mean, I went to one panel where it just felt like this one guy just had grievances about his favorite shows, and like in certain shows and movies and things like that. He was just basically like just going down the list of why this thing sucks and why that thing sucks and why that thing sucks. Yeah, I think he was just looking. I think he just made the panel to like find groups of people to have this discussion with. And speaking of discussion about why things are bad and why things aren't good, there was this other panel that I went to where it was like a debate. It was like a debate style kind of thing, where it was like you had one person who was like pro show, and you had one person who was anti show, and they would discuss, so to speak. And it was like when you go to panels like that, it's just like, panel, like, because when you think of panels at an anime convention, you think, boring classroom, somebody in the front telling everybody what's going on in the back, say awake back there, sir. But that wasn't the case here. It was actually very educational. So, but as much as I do like going to the panels, I do like interacting with friends and people that I know and things like that. And this one instance, I felt bad that I didn't do that, because I was trying to be mysterious. I was trying to be mysterious. I was trying to like be, faintly quaint, so to speak, and that just was not happening. At some point, I even did it again at the BattleSlam show. By the way, for those who don't know, BattleSlam is a budding professional wrestling independent company in Georgia, and it has like former AEW talent in there. It was founded by Baron Black, who, if you watch AEW Dark, he's like a major component there, and AEW does not know what to do with that man. That man is money. He's not only is he a good trainer and a good wrestler, but he's also like a good booker. The dude books the shows, and the shows just be every time, man. Like, I've been to every Battle Slam since, like, I want to say July, if not um if not August. I want to say I've been to the Battle Slam since August, and every time it's just been banger after banger after banger, bell to bell, spectacular. So there's that. Also, if you hear noise in the background, just know that I don't live alone, and I have no clue what that is. Moving along, but yeah, so it's like I went to the convention, then I went to BattleSlam, and I tried to be mysterious at BattleSlam by wearing a mask, putting on my little head, putting on a headgear. And the thing is that like, the thing is that like it was actually I was actually like pulling it off. It was actually like working until I had to take it off because I could barely breathe in the thing. Because I had on a mask, I had on a face mask underneath my actual mask, and then I had on the Scully hat. So it's like you cover my hair, you cover my face, and you cover my neck. Then I could be anyone. You know what I'm saying? So there was that. So I would take off my glasses. I mean I would take them off because one thing I always find the problem with wearing a mask and wearing glasses is if you take too hard of a breath, you fog up your glasses. So I had to take it off. Then I walked out without my mask and everything like that. Say hello to everybody. Then everybody just sort of recognized my body type and was like, Manny. It's like, that me. The one thing I love about like being at BattleSlam though is that I got a chance to interact with the wrestlers again and talk to them and stuff. And they're like it's crazy how you just see these people just get done tearing each other apart. And then it's like they're the nicest people on the planet, especially Janai Kai. My heart goes out to that girl. One of these days we probably might wrestle and she probably might kick my tooth loose. But before that, best buddies. So there's that. Um, I actually like being over there. Just makes me remember that I really like wrestling and I absolutely miss being a part of it. What else is there? What else is there? But yeah, it was a really busy. It was a really busy weekend. It was. It was just like it was a busy weekend, not just for me, but I'm trying to be a better boyfriend here. So my girlfriend showed up, and I was trying to make the experience great for her too. Apparently, I ditch people at conventions, which I disagree with. I don't think so. I actually have I like to think that I have a healthy stride in comparison to other people when I take a walk. Like I take a walk and I walk, you know what I'm saying? I walk. Some people just pitter patter. Some people do some people tend to have they do the thing that I call in the military we call it cover, where like you take little inch steps to where you need to go to. Me, I actually walk like I there's some place I have to be at, and other people just don't get it because it's like apparently like my friends do that too. It's wild how my friends say, "Oh, he'll ditch you in a second." I don't ditch nobody. Um, I don't ditch anyone. Y'all hear something? All right, moving along. Uh, all right, so because I was at these events and stuff like that, I was in the because I was at these events, I kind of took a break from politics, but obviously I came back, so I was watching like paying attention to politics again, and I'm not really a big Pelosi fan. I'm not really a big fan of Nancy Pelosi, but you will never see me go over to her house to beat her husband with a hammer. I'm just saying, it's just, and it's like at this point now, Republicans do need to actually sit back and realize that this is them. Because like one thing that they love to do when things go really, really, really bad, they always quick to say, "Oh no, that's not us. That's the Democrats. The Democrats are the ones that are doing these terrible things, and the Democrats are the ones that are doing these things trying to make us look bad." And it's like I have yet to hear one Democrat say anything bad about the Pelosi's, but the Republicans talk about them all the time. So at this point now, you have to just hold yourself accountable and then just say this was bad. We need to stop supporting this bad thing because at this point now you're starting to make it very clear that AOC and Nancy Pelosi are in danger. Their lives are in actual physical danger. You know. Also, also let's be real here. Like what's her name? McCain, Megan McCain. Her life is in danger. Who's the guy? I think it's Billy something. But the rep from Mississippi, his life is in danger. Basically, the entire January 6th committee, they're in danger. You're proving that like the radicalization of the Republican Party is slowly building up. Like these people are now are probably going to end up doing things to voters now. And let's not even talk about the fact that voting while black exists in Florida now. There's videos of black people getting arrested for voting in Florida. Now, granted, you could argue, oh, they voted because there was a clause where they weren't supposed to vote and they did anyway. And it's like it would be a clause if they knew about it as well. These people are getting arrested and they asking what they did, and nobody's telling them anything. Like, what's that about? My whole thing is that, like, if you're gonna get somebody in trouble, at the very least, let them know what they got in trouble for. If you can't do that, then you're the criminal, not them. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'll gladly take responsibility for anything wrong that I've done because I have done things wrong. But if you don't even tell me the things that I did wrong, how am I supposed to know? So now, not only do I think I'm being wrongfully persecuted because nobody's telling me this is what you did. But there's that. But yeah, though. But yeah, like, at this point now, you're basically proving that Republicans, as I've said multiple times already, they're proving that they're the bad guys. These are the people who are willing to go into a representative's home and attack her husband with a hammer. Now, you can say whatever you want about Democrats. Up until now, I have yet to see that happen. And there has been a lot of times where it should have happened. Mitch McConnell, Lindsey Graham, and I'm just talking about Matt Gaetz. Everybody should want to kill. Everybody should want to, like, beat up Matt Gaetz. I mean, the dude harms children. Marco Rubio. I'm sorry. I'll stop. But yeah, that's what I'm saying now. But I will say that like, being in that panel, it just made me realize how amazing young people would be as politicians. Because they'll be yelling, they'll be arguing, they'll be obnoxious, they'll be loud, they will be crazy, but they will also get things done. Or at least bring up better reasons why things should or shouldn't get done. I'm just saying. But yeah. Also, I want to just go ahead and take this time to point out before I forget. Anime conventions is basically just vacations for nerds, which means that they require a lot of pre-planning, which means that they require a lot of it's a lot of pre-planning, it's a lot of getting together. Like, it's also a group effort. It's a team sport, man. I'll tell you, because the hotel room by itself is a hellscape to accomplish, because hotel rooms are always going to be expensive. So you gotta get somebody who's gonna cover the hotel rooms. Then you gotta cover the registration costs and all these other things. It's just like just the hotel room. I'm pretty sure getting friends together to get a hotel room for an anime convention is probably more challenging. It's probably easier to, like, remodel the house with your spouse than it is to get people together to pay for a hotel room for an anime convention. So yeah, choose your friends wisely. I have absolutely what I don't know specifically anything else, but once again, if you hear noise in the background, family, brotherhood, we have those here. Shoot, I'm glad though. I really am glad that I got a chance to do this. I really am, because it's a good feeling. It's a good feeling to know that I'm capable of doing more than just work. And hopefully here's to a better next year to I can actually do that. Also, happy Halloween to everybody out there who celebrates Halloween. I don't know what other holidays are going on around this time, but please be sure to check your children's candy, because there might be a pair of Yeezys in them somewhere. So you want to just, because they can't be sold anywhere. They can't be bought anywhere. So, you just really want to, they could also just be shoes that were melted during the cooking process of the Halloween candy, but there could also be a pair of Yeezys. So check accordingly. Love and peace. Be safe, and te amo también. Te amo tampoco. I can't speak Spanish. I love you all. How was that?
That was good.
Thank you.